Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're going to be having a look at the solo from Cheapside Sloggers by Volbeat. Let's have a look at it. Alright guys, tuning for the song is gonna be standard E, so get yourself in tune and let's get started. Alright guys, so we're gonna be starting off with this phrase. So we're gonna be doing a little double stop here, a very distant double stop. We're gonna be having 7 on the first and 9 on the second. We're gonna hit both of those and vibrato them. Alright, especially the note on the second string. Excuse me. Alright, now we have this. So we are going to do a double stop bend now, going 11 on the third, 11 on the second, and I prefer to do this with my fingers not barred. It's going to be a bend release, and the bend at the beginning is kind of a bit quick, so. After that we're going to go 9 on the third, 11 on the fourth, and then 9, so we have, you want to palm mute the notes on the 4th string and the 5th string when we get there a bit, so we have, on the 5th string it's gonna be 11, so we'd have, we're gonna resolve that phrase on 9 of the 3rd with vibrato. So we have, alright, now we have this. So what we're doing there is that we're gonna do a hammer onto a pull off going 9, 11, 9 on the 3rd. 11 on the 4th, and then 9, 11, 13 on the 3rd. And now we're going to do a similar thing on the 2nd string. We're going to do a hammer onto a pull off going 9, 11, 9. And then we're going to do 11 on the 3rd, and then 9, 11, 12 on the 2nd. So 9 on the 1st after that. Alright, now we have a half tone bend and release on the 1st. And now we're gonna play 12 on the 2nd. And we're gonna be bending that a little, like we're gonna wait a bit and then you wanna bend it slowly up a full tone with vibrato. So what we have so far . Alright, now the next phrase goes like this. So what we're going to do here is a hammer onto a pull off going 9, 12, 9 on the 3rd, and then 11 on the 4th. And now a hammer onto a pull off on the 3rd string going 11, 13, 11, and then 14 on the 4th. So we have, and now on the 3rd string we're going to do 11, 13, and then on the 2nd we're going to do 12, 14. So we have, and now we're going to go up to 17 of the 2nd string. We're going to hit it with a pinch harmonic and pull off to 14. Okay, and we're going to do that twice. So, and now we have 16 on the 3rd, 12 on the 2nd, pulling off from 13 to 12 on the 3rd. So how kind of that sounds in context. And now I pull off from 13 to 12 on the 3rd, and then we resolve on 14 of the 4th. So we have, that's the next phrase. We are gonna do a slide from 11 to 13 and then back to 4 on the 3rd. So, excuse me. So to recap everything so far. And now to wrap up the first section we have, so the timing for this was a little bit tricky for me when you get to the bend, but essentially what we're doing here is a little bit palm muted, 6 on the 4th, and then not palm muted 4, 6 on the third, and now 5 on the second, and now we're gonna do a bend and release on 7 of the second, and then we're gonna do 6, 4, 6 on the third, resolving on 6. So you have. Alright, and that's kind of the entirety of the first section. Let's have another look at it slowly with some tabs. Alright guys, let's have a look at the second section. We're going to be starting off with this cool bluesy pentatonic phrase. Alright, so this is going to be revolving mainly around the same pedal note, and that's going to be 4 on the 5th string. That's what we're going to play at first. Now we're going to play 5 on the 4th string. Alright, so we have back to the pedal note, 4 on the 4th, and then back to the pedal note. So we have. Remember, the pedal note is 4 on the 5th. That's going to be the note. Every time we hit another note, we're going to go back to that note. Alright? So we have so far. Now 7 on the 5th, and then back to that pedal note. So we have. Alright, now at this point, we're going to do this. That's going to be a hammer on to pull off, going 4, 7, 4 on the 5th. And then we'll play 7 on the 6th string. So. Now at this point there are going to be some double notes, which means that you're going to be hitting the same note more than one time, and I choose to kind of move the 6th string to do this. You can kind of, for example, this 9 over here, you can just hit 4 twice if you wish to do so, but I'm going to be going with the version in which I play the note on the 6th string and then I'll go on the 5th string and play that note again. Do whatever you wish, but this is how I'm going to do it. Alright, so following the. We're going to play 7 and 9 on the 6th string, slightly palm muted. And then we're going to play 4 on the 5th. And then we're going to play 7, 4 on the 5th. So what we have so far is. Alright, now we're going to play 4 on the 4th, back to 4 on the 5th, 5 on the 4th, and then back to 4 on the 5th yet again. That would kind of wrap up this phrase. So we'd have. So one more time, the entirety of this phrase thus far. Alright, now we have this cool phrase. Alright, so what we have here is we're going to be starting off doing a hammer on to pull off, going 4, 5, 4 on the 3rd string. And then we're going to do 6, 4, 6 on the 4th, palm muted. So we have. And now we're going to play 4 on the 3rd. And now we're going to hit 6 on the 3rd with a pinch harmonic and a bend and release. So it's going to be pretty quick. There we go. Gotta hit it the right pinch harmonic there. After that, we're gonna play 4. Then we're gonna have. And that's gonna be a pull off from 8 to 7 on the 2nd. Then we're gonna play 9 on the 3rd and vibrato that. And you can kind of hear he's kind of gradually vibratoing it harder, I guess you could say, more aggressively. So it's gonna go something like. Alright, something of the sort. So the second lick. Everything so far. Alright, now finally there's gonna be the last part technically. And this part is gonna be using a lot of wah. You can probably hear that. Now I don't have a wah pedal, so I'm gonna be doing it without a wah. And you can obviously pull that off, but it's not gonna sound as cool. So if you have a wah pedal, now is probably the time to use it. And here's how this is going to go. This is the first part of it. You know what, I'll just play the whole thing. So we're going to be doing kind of a simple pentatonic pattern here. And we're going to be playing 12 on the second, doing a hammer on to pull off, going 9, 13, then back to 9. And we're just going to do that for a total of 5 times. So and now after that, after we do that 5 times, we're just going to basically switch out the 13 with the 14. And we're going to do that also for 5 times. So what we have so far is... Now around the end of that, when you kind of hit 12 at the end, you're kind of going to slide out instantaneously before you kind of go back into a similar idea just up the neck. Alright, so kind of like the transferring from this one to the next one would be something like this. Alright, you can kind of see I'm sliding out, then kind of going back in to the next position. And the next position is essentially going to be 18 on the second, 15 on the first, and 19 on the first. Same idea, just with these frets. Alright, so we're still going to be doing the same exact pattern. And you want to do that for a total of 5 times as well. Alright, so the whole thing, slowly and then up to speed. Alright, now after that we're gonna do... It's gonna be 15, 14, 12 on the first. And then we're gonna hit 14 again with a slow half-tone bend followed by some vibrato. So... Alright, so to recap the second section again, the entirety of it up to speed. And then we'll have a look at it slowly with some tabs. Now stabs. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this lesson for a solo from Cheapside Sloggers by Volbeat, be sure to check out... Alright guys, if you enjoyed this lesson for the solo from Cheapside Sloggers by Volbeat, if you have requests, leave in the comments below, and happy shredding!